Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely. And I am Spike Lou on those same social sites. We got a friend of the show with us. This must be a big topic this week, AB.
Hey, man.
It's when Brother Nicholas comes out, man. Brother
Yeah,
Nicholas, how
yeah.
you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I gotta keep y'all balanced because you know what I'm saying. I gotta be the breath of
Mm,
fresh air for this program. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Because I
I will
already
give you that. I do get feedback. Like I was glad Nick was on there to let you old niggas have it. Pause on a
Whoa,
couple of these topics. I've definitely gotten that. So we appreciate you stopping
for
by.
sure.
Nick is Frames Per Second podcast on excuse me, Dead End Sports Podcast, all of the stuff over at the great Dead End Media House. Anything else you want to plug, Nick?
nah, just that we got Doom Prophecy weekly reviews coming out. Me, Lou, and Ken from Dead End Network are gonna be doing some reviews on Cross, possibly Landman. So a lot of stuff for frames per second. So make sure you go check out frames per second. And then tomorrow night, make sure you check out live Dead End Sports Tuesday nights on YouTube. Yeah,
Hmm.
we that's all the stuff I got to report right now.
Absolutely, AB. How you feeling out there, brother?
Man, slow motion, Billy Ocean. Looking forward to the show. It's warming up this week, which is crazy. Global warming is
Yeah.
clearly a thing.
Facts. I could have
Um,
went and played golf Saturday if
see
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm saying? It
saying?
wasn't even bad. So I ain't mad at that at all. It's supposed to get back cold though.
Yeah, they can hold
So
up, man.
we'll be
Give
back
me
in
at
the
least
hoodie
2 more
season.
weeks. God damn.
And two good warm weekends. I'll take that in
I'm
December every
cool.
time. Man, we got a jam-packed show though. As
Show.
AB said, Apple Music named their global song of the year. We'll see if it's all what we think it should be. Cardi, she has an argument with the producer online where they're going back and forth. Young Thug had a request from his lawyer on a live Zoom call, which was hilarious. Young Chris talks about Jay and him skipping a studio session with them. Andrew Schultz responded to Kendrick Lamar.
Your man's.
But y'all don't know why we are here. The news that people have been speculating about finally came out due to Diddy and whoever else you want to name. You can go back to Russell Simmons. How everybody that's taken, you go to Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. People kept saying, "Well, what about Jay-Z? There's no way that he avoids this," which I thought was crazy, but
Yep.
it's happened. A civil suit was filed. A 13-year-old says allegedly that Jay-Z and Puff raped her. Um, Jay-Z responded to that accusation and is asking for proof. It's a whole big thing. But I want to know from you two gentlemen, will Hov's rep take a hit? AB, I will start with you.
Yeah, and for context too, for if you're living under a rock, the specifics of it was that it happened in 2000, allegedly. Man, there's a lot of sketchy stuff going on with the lawyer that put it out. He got sued not too long ago. He wouldn't name the celebrity that sued him, but he said he was sued for attempting to blackmail a celebrity in California court. If you could put two and two together, it sounds like that was Jay getting ahead of this. The story sounds wild. Not saying it's not true. I have no fucking idea, but it does sound crazy. I think Jay will be fine. I like the way that he addressed it. I thought the piece that was written was a W. I don't know if he wrote that, a PR or Chat GPT. I don't know. But I thought it was a good response though. And he took that shit head on. He was like, "Oh, okay, well, go ahead, name the person. Number one, name the alleged victim. Do that. And while you at it, let's go ahead and take it to criminal court. Then let's see what happened." Jay, I've said this before with Drake and the UMG lawsuit. Drake got the best lawyers money can buy. If he got the best lawyers money can buy, then Jay has the niggas that taught them. So he's locked and loaded, ready to go. I'm interested to see how this plays out. But also, too, Jay doesn't really answer to too many people. He owns a lot of the shit that he's a part of. Obviously, he's got connections to like the NFL with the halftime show, but the Super Bowl halftime show. But other than that, nigga, it's his name on the LLC, dude. With a lot of shit. He not on commercials with Pepsi. He not pushing Nike shoes. Like he's not doing any of that shit. So he's got his name tied to Big Dog Ventures and shit, but it ain't nobody he necessarily got to address or bow down to, so to speak. So I don't think it'll take a hit, but only time will tell, man. Stranger things have happened. What about you, Nick?
This is why I wanted to talk to y'all, bro. Cause
Oh
y'all,
shit.
y'all been, I've been listening to y'all. Y'all know I'm an avid listener. Y'all been dancing around, speculating like, all right, I know some bullshit with Jay-Z gonna come out, but it's gonna get, cleared up quick. Like you mentioned, AB, Jay-Z don't really talk for shit. Like a lot of people over the years have been saying a lot of things about it, like on his name and what he represents and who he is. But with this just stands out more than anything because he came out with a Rock Nation statement. He came, I think he came out with another statement. Like this is, I don't know. I'm not, again, in this type of era, like everybody throws out accusations and then you kind of just wait to see what sticks. But for him to come out this way, he must know what time it is as far as the era that he is in. This ain't the
Yeah.
early 2000s. This not even the 2010s where you can kind of just like be quiet and let things, the dust settle. You have to get in front of it, especially when you're talking about 13-year-old girls, and especially when you connect the things to Diddy, because we
Yeah.
already know Diddy more than likely is already under the bus at this point. Like he under the jail and all that other shit. But for me, this stood out because somebody's on these tapes, Lou. Somebody's at this Diddy party doing the same thing Diddy was doing. And we know it's going to be a high profile name. Now, am I going to say it's Jay-Z? I'm not going to say that. I still believe innocent until proven guilty. However, where there's smoke, there's fire usually. And I ain't saying that, and then you already, now you know all the stories coming out, like he used to mess with Aaliyah, Beyonce was young as hell when he first got, like, we hearing a lot of shit. So I'm just sitting back and watching, but I'm not picking sides basically, because you already know based on the conversation we had weeks ago, when it comes to Obama, Jay-Z, and Michael Jordan, I'll put Jay-Z last. So he ain't top on my list. You know what I'm saying? So if this goes left, I'm on the right side of justice, AB.
That's nasty. That order was nasty too. Putting Hove last is crazy.
Come on, bro. First black president and black Jesus? Of course, that definitely last. Boy.
We
Lou,
can't
I
hear.
think you are muted or something.
Public possession will take a hit, man. That's like 13-year-old girl and raped and like all that in the same sentence by your name is going to forever be a smudge. And there's this yearning for the public to want to involve, like people have been wanting to involve him since you found out that this shit happened with Diddy. Since he got criminal charges posted against him talking about Diddy, people are, oh, Jay-Z's next. Like you seen that immediately. That's one of the reasons that I hate social media now. Like we've gone now with the theories. I reluctantly opened a thread, Jay-Z's speculative behavior throughout the years, and it just kept naming the same shit that he started dating Beyonce when he was 31 and she was 19. Um, I don't know. Like I can't say that he didn't. I can't say that he did. I don't know. If I had to guess, to your point, Nick, somebody is on them tapes with him, but I think Hove is way too careful of a person to be that nigga that's on them tapes with him. I don't see that happening. But I think you also brought up an interesting point, AB, when you say, well, Hove don't really, I don't got to answer to nobody. So I ain't really scared of losing partnership deals or record deals and nothing like that. You're more so scared of people who would like the NFL and the halftime show and the exposure that he gets from that. I'm not sure how the liquor situation with Ace of Spade is playing out. I don't know if that's partner, that's his. I don't know, or even if he sold that. But I'm sure something over at Rock Nation would take a hit if you got to play this out. But I think Jay is going to do the job of what he needs to do in exposing this lawyer dude, the dude who filed the charges. I'm gonna make him look like a piece of shit in public. I'm gonna run this smear campaign to make you think that his word don't mean nothing and he's an ambulance chaser and he shouldn't even be mentioning my name. I think that Jay-Z has enough power to be able to do that, not personally, but behind PR, behind leak stories, behind reporters. I think that this dude, I can't even think of his name right now, but I guarantee you before this is over, we're going to know this lawyer's name and you're going to have your decision on if you think he's a credible source or if you think he's just trying to get a bag. Jay-Z definitely will do that if I know anything about Jay-Z. So yeah, his rep is going to take a hit, man, but I think it had already taken a hit anyway. Like people was already trying to tie him in. We just in this internet culture now where you can't avoid it. Like people dancing on your grave now
Before it
as
even
soon, yeah, like nigga,
listen.
the obituaries ain't even printed up, nigga. People dancing. They already at the funeral place ready to hop in the hole, nigga.
Yeah,
So
it's nasty. And like you said, this is one of the reasons I hate social media, man, because you get these fake ass blog sites, these Twitter pages that got the nasty picture with him and Puff with the crazy headline. It's all clickbait. That shit gets on my nerves to the 10th degree. Who the fuck knows who runs these pages? I don't even want to get into that. Like it's corny. It's just salacious and it's chatty patty. Word to Dame Dash. It's one thing to report what's going on. That's fine. It's news. It's a thing. It happened. But the way that they spin it though, like the choice of
the
picture, the choice of
speculative nature,
caption,
yeah.
it's just real. That part of the game is ugly. And that shit gets on my nerves. But I really don't. Again, time will tell. But this, do y'all feel like this is people are taking this seriously though? Do y'all feel that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
I think you have
There's
to.
a yeah, there are people out there like us three, we do this. We talk about this stuff on a weekly basis on this platform or other platforms. So we digest it differently, I think. But I've been out today and people that I know, like they're just consumers of this content and different stuff. Did you see Jay-Z? Did you hear about Jay? Like they eyes bucking and they like this is real deal. CNN may as well have reported this. Like that's how like they finally got him. Like those are some of the things that I've heard out in the world today. And it's like, bro, just relax. First of all, relax, my nigga. This is not a YouTube channel. But yeah, like people are taking this very serious.
His name,
Meek Mill said
the
it's a smear campaign.
I don't want
it
Meek
might
Mill
be.
speaking up for me. I don't want Meek Mill speaking up.
That's Lou. That's the reason why this is serious. If Nick is the only one in your corner,
Like I need
that's
nigga,
a
please
bad,
shut up. I don't want you speaking like nigga.
that's
Leave
a
no.
bad block to be on, AB. But the lawyer's name is Tony Busby.
Okay.
Busby,
Yeah,
yes.
and he's known for being notorious to be like trying to get people and get money from it. I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know how credible his or his win-loss record is, but he's known to be a celebrity lawyer that goes after and just accuses a lot of people for shit. So we'll see.
And and accusing people for shit, what he does is because they're famous and they don't want this leaked out, whether it's true or not, he tries to get settlements outside of court, and that's how he make his living. That's what he tried to do to Jay.
Yo,
Here go what we about to go public with. Give me $100,000. I give my client whatever, and then we'll make this shit go away and nobody ever hear about it.
That's the
Oh,
same
you
thing
don't want to
Cassie
do it?
did.
Yeah.
That's the same
So
thing
same
Cassie
thing.
came to Puff with. He just said
Yeah.
no, and then we know how that happened. They came public with it, and then he settled in less than 24 hours.
which in 2020 hindsight, it's like nigga, they got video. Why would you not like
Yo,
what do
Puff
you
was crazy.
Puff
That's
was
insane.
like, and
That's
that's the
insane.
reason, why I was saying like you kind of have to take this because at one point people were saying the same thing about Diddy. It was like, bruh, well, people knew stuff was going on with him and Cassie, but we just didn't know to the extent. So he was like, maybe it's just like a scorn lover or whatever. Or people were like, why is she waiting all this time now to come out? Then you see the video, it's like, oh, it's yeah. That's why I'm like, if there's smoke, there's like usually there's a fire with some of this shit. And I don't ever wish that anyone would be involved with a situation like that. But
Leave Jay
it's
alone. Leave LeBron alone. Like we're not gonna start this shit. We're not
AB,
gonna
Tyler
they
do
Perry
it.
on
take
there.
we ain't got that many left, bro.
You know what I'm
You
saying? I
said
couldn't. I
Hey,
was trying to think
bruh.
of some more. I couldn't. I stopped at
They
LeBron.
they setting our whole little thing on fire. They getting all of the goats up out here, which is insane. And again, the reason I also think people are taking it serious because Jay don't like. We had heard the rumblings and suspected shit with Puff for a long time. Like I remember, AB, you put me on that book about Mark dude dancing with the
Mark
devil.
Curry. Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of knew and people had been saying shit, but
Kim
we don't know how
Porter.
credible the Kim Porter. We ain't know how
Yeah.
credible they was though.
Yeah.
Jay-Z so careful with shit like never like the incident in the elevator with Solange, like that was mind blowing because niggas
Facts.
never see Jay in that position.
Yeah.
You don't
No.
never see Jay on the TMZ.
And
This
no
nigga
controversy.
he in the elevator fighting with his sister-in-law, nigga. What is going on?
Yeah, that was
So that's
crazy.
why like you take it serious. Like you like, ah, damn man, Jay don't get into shit like this, man.
Yeah.
So
He usually stay clean, man. So this
yeah.
I don't see nothing coming from this, but again, stranger things have happened.
I hope
And
nothing
I'll,
comes. I hope nothing comes from this,
well, you
man.
already know what's coming with this. These jokes gotta fly, Lou. They,
Jokes is gonna fly.
they going
That is the
crazy.
thing.
They
We
talking about
know.
he got his 100th problem.
That was funny.
They going
Wait,
Speaking,
let me ask
crazy.
y'all this. Y'all have y'all ever looked at Jay-Z crazy for like dating or courting Beyonce at 19?
no.
Until I've never thought anything about that.
I didn't think
I'm older too though. Like I'm from a generation where I was in high school
And
and
niggas in
chicks that
college
was in the
and
10th
adults
grade,
was
like
facts.
they was hopping in the whips. Niggas was pulling up to pick them up in high school on
Facts.
22s. And I knew these niggas was from the around the way. They 25, 26.
Yeah,
they
for sure.
Fucking with
well
16-year-olds. And I ain't
they
saying that's okay. I'm just
yeah.
saying I'm not as bothered about a Jay-Z Beyonce thing.
Well, they still do that to this day because they did the same thing when I was in high school. Like we knew
Damn.
high school girls messing with college girls and maybe even older. Not again, like you said, not to say it was right, but it was just it wasn't a
It was
shock.
a thing.
Yeah, no.
But and for me, the Jay-Z, like to me, when I was younger, I was always thinking like once you're 18, you're an adult. Like so
Yeah,
you
that's
kind of even though we know now as you get older, 18 ain't really grown, it's just
Now
legally.
grooming,
Yeah,
grooming is
exactly.
a thing. Now you can't,
So
yeah.
so for me, it was just like I looked at them as they was all on the same standard. But then as I'm older, I'm like, okay, that is a difference. But my thing has always been like things would have came out then if it was an issue or if there was
It was
something
something
going on.
different.
But at the same time, a lot of shit don't that we come
it,
out to find out later. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's
it's
what I'm saying. Like, I don't know where to go with this. It's just more of
two
like I just
things. It's two things. One, 18 in the industry is different though. You grew up a lot faster because she been famous since she was probably about 15, 16. Like you're, or maybe even younger than that. I don't remember how deep Destiny's Child shit go back, but she been in the industry though. Like it's not as if like nigga, she got some like she was like in middle school. Like she probably didn't even go to school, dude. Like she probably been out of school, nigga, forever. So like that's how a lot of people they look at that shit. But then two, he married her, had a family, and the whole nine. Like, bro, that's it ain't like I'm telling y'all right now, if Aaliyah, if we know how R. Kelly and Aaliyah got down, if they would have gotten married and stayed married and had a family and be 50 right now, bro, niggas wouldn't look at it the same, bro. I promise you. They only look at it weird. It's because he did it with multiple different people and he kept it going. And it's like, oh, this nigga got like a for real like
It was a
thing.
kink, like a
Yeah, this is
fetish.
his thing.
Yeah.
That's if he would have married, if that had been the first time we heard that shit and he married her and they had families and kids, man, would nobody be stunned that shit. I mean, people would still say it every so often, like they do with Jay and Beyonce, but man, nobody would
Yeah,
take
that's a
this.
good point. Like he wasn't grooming her at 18 to be like a part of some code. It was like
That's what I'm
I think I love this girl. Like
that's
this is going to be my wife and a person that I spend forever with.
that's
So yeah, that makes
people don't
sense.
look at that. That's not the same in a lot of people's eyes. I don't know.
Mm,
Next up, though, man. Speaking of jokes, you said these jokes gonna fly. Comedian Andrew Schultz, one half of the, or I don't know how many people are on Brilliant Idiots now, but I
that's
know him
it.
and
It's
Charlamagne, the
him and
one that
Charlamagne.
started it. Um, he responded to the Kendrick controversy. Of course, Kendrick, subbed him on the GNX project. I believe it was on the intro, Whacked Out Murals. And Andrew Schultz has some very interesting things to say in the response. Uh, Lou, was he out of line or are people being too sensitive?
I appreciate the phrase when people like let comedians be comedians and make jokes. I don't want to censor comedians. They should be able to say what they need to say. And this is coming from a person who listens to Brilliant Idiots. I fucked with Andrew Schultz. This was some bullshit though. This was like to immediately go to I can have sex with you if I want to. I like that. That was the weirdest. Like that's to be honest with you, that's why I stopped listening to Brilliant Idiots. It was too many jokes like that. Like I
Yeah.
don't want like I ain't that's not funny to me. It may be funny to a crowd of people, and that may be who you're catering to, but that makes someone like me who is like a fair weather fan, like that's gonna turn me all the way. I don't want to hear shit like this. And especially knowing the history, shout out to Tariq Nasheed, like the Buck Breaking DVD or the Hidden Colors DVDs. When you know what the history is of that, what Andrew Schultz said is talking about raping him and him not having a choice and things like that. That goes back far in history between black and whites. And I know from listening to Andrew Schultz that he know that. He ain't trying to make a joke. There's another level to what he's doing, but he's trying to like spell it off as a joke, and that's not cool. Like I was still like kind of fucking with him. I really thought people were giving him a hard time at first, but I'm all the way out on Schultz now. I'm done with their party. Like this wasn't like, if it was funny, if something about this was funny, then I would get it. But nothing about it was funny. I thought he was like, it was some bitch shit that he did, and then you try to preface it with like, yeah, his people will beat me up, like almost trying to cop deuces and say this is not what I'm like. It was just weird. It was weird. It was not funny. Like nothing about this worked for me. Like I wasn't fucking with this at all. I'm out on Andrew Schultz. I can't believe Charlamagne let him get this shit off. Like I don't know if he consults with him about his takes and what he's gonna do. But I don't even see myself sitting across from a motherfucker that said that and not having a conversation with them and telling him how dumb and fucked up and stupid it sounds, comedian or not. You know, like that ain't got nothing to do with it. Now, it got a lot more context to it. So fuck Andrew Schultz and his response to Kendrick Lamar. Nick, what say you?
Like you, Lou, I've been watching Brilliant Idiots from the beginning, damn near. I think when it was on Guy Code originally, and then they formed Brilliant Idiots from that. And I thought Schultz was like one of those guys, those comedians where like, okay, he could be around black people and still be his white boy self, and then but also kind of respect and toe the line a little bit. But this was just weird because they was mentioning a lot on the comments, like a hit dog hollers, and like, because he could have been talking about Gary Owens, he could have been talking about a plethora of other white comedians that make these jokes, but obviously with everybody being focused on that viral clip that went out over the, I think, late summer, early in the fall, everybody kind of signaled on Schultz. To me, I felt like he shouldn't have had to respond, or if he did, he could have been like, I don't, fuck Kendrick, I don't give a fuck about what they talking about. But the way he responded was weird. And then afterwards, the follow up on his other program, Flagrant, he was like, he was coming at hip hop, and then he was coming at just how his family is now being threatened because of all this stuff. And it was just like, I've never seen him respond that way. I thought he would just usually respond with jokes, like good jokes. And then this really kind of just like showed him his true self, maybe. I do think that he was trying to make a joke in his way. It just doesn't land with, like, he lost the whole black community after this. Like, the only people he got left is the white boys. And you kind of see that this was leading up to it because, he's been heavy into Trump. He had Trump on one of his podcasts and stuff like that. So like, you could kind of see he's been leaning more towards the right wing of things because that brought him a new audience. And now at this point, that's all that's left. I did see that there was a follow-up video, I think on Brilliant Idiots, where Charlamagne was like, look, you can't get mad at how people respond to stuff. Kendrick can say whatever he want to say. Schultz can say whatever he say. It's all fair to me. I thought that I think, Lou, I sent this to you over the holiday break with Bomani Jones and the crew that he was with as far as critiquing GNX. And he brought up the point of like, that line was more about like, who else is in the room that's allowing you to say this shit. And that
I'm
was
not
to
even
me
really talking to Schultz.
Yeah, I don't even really give a fuck about like AB white man gonna do what white man do. Like Mr. White man gonna do Mr. White man. Like I don't give a fuck about what he do at the end of the day. If he's not with us, that's fine with me. But it's just like Charlamagne is like, what conversations are you having with him? And I know you don't want to police comedians because he helped them put them on, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you could have made jokes, short jokes or whatever, but to go that far was like, where's the punchline in that, really? Like, is rape the punchline? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, and just for context, for people that don't know, the clip that you're referring to that went viral a couple of months back was when he said men who date black women shave their head because they start losing it because they're so stressed being around black women complaining about shit all the time. So it was a joke or whatever. I've never seen the clip. I just read the headline or whatever. And so,
and real quick though, but the point to that joke, like what you said, and what Kendrick even brought it up, as Nick said, it was the two black dudes in the room laughing at that, what
right.
everybody, including Kendrick, had a problem with. It ain't that Andrew Schultz said that. Like Nick said, who gives a fuck? You white man, Mr. White Man, you're gonna do whatever you do. But you two niggas is sitting here laughing at it, letting him get it off. That's where the outrage was.
For sure. And so I thought at first, I thought Schultz's response was, I thought he was going somewhere because he said, quote, listen, rappers are telling comedians we need to be more respectful to women. So no one has respected women more through art than rappers. I thought that he was at least going somewhere with that if he was going to take like a smart, like nuanced response to it. Because I'm not familiar. I don't watch Brilliant Idiots, but I'm familiar with a little bit of his stand up, and he is a pretty funny. In comedic terms, I've seen him and he was funny, and he seemed to be quick witted. He seemed to be pretty smart. I've seen him go back and forth with people in the crowd. He was pretty fast on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought at least, okay, he was going somewhere with that. He could, if he wanted to take some type of like DL Hughley type look at it. But then he switched it and went to, I would make love to him and there's nothing he can do about it. And I was just like, huh? That you listen, the number one job of a comedian, bro, you got to be funny. You can be controversial, you could toe the line, whatever the case. But like if you're not funny, like that was that the joke? I'm confused. I ain't gonna lie. That threw everybody off, and it should have because it wasn't funny.
Yeah, because there's white boy jokes, and then
yeah, we know them too.
Yeah, like there's certain white boy jokes, and it's like, okay, as black dudes, we can't say that, but y'all can.
Yeah,
right.
And
right,
we don't
right.
find it funny, but y'all see what y'all doing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But this was just like, again, it was just interesting how he did it. It was just like, because I've never seen him really react that way. Usually he does like, he goes in a more goofier way. Like he'll say something random or whatever. But to go that way, it was just, because like you said, AB, how you gonna start off trying to be intellectual with a joke and then end it with, it's like, you just didn't know what to do. I think he was more shocked that Kendrick called him out. Like this is the this is the biggest artist in the world right now.
Allegedly.
And we'll get to that. It's the biggest artist in the world right now. And he's not only, watches the show or knows what the show is, but he actually knows who I am and is willing to even critique my stuff. I think he was more shocked by that, and he didn't know what to do with the limelight because everybody was wondering. They was waiting for his response.
That's true.
And then for him to do that, it was just
he fumbled, though.
Yeah, more than fumbled, bro. He ran out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he did. He did a Dan Orlowski 100%. But I do think, and here's the downside to where he is. Like Andrew Schultz is already popular. Like he already sell it out. Like he can sell out Madison Square Garden like 2 nights in a row in New York. Like he's popular. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything to lose by not considering his black fans. Like most of the people that listen to him are already on their side. Like you said, Nick, he interviewing Trump. He got a real big bump when he went from Rogan and did the whole 3-hour interview with Rogan 2 times over now. We know what crowd that comes with. So the unfortunate thing about this for us as black fans is he really, there are no repercussions. Like he ain't gonna fall in popularity because we not his fan base anyway. So now that gives him the freedom to go in there and say whatever the fuck he want, like some weird shit like this, and not have to consider like what my black fans, like what my hip hop fans, what people have, like he don't have to consider any of that. And that, I think that's what makes the joke less funny because he's a well thought out dude. Like I've listened to him on Brilliant Idiots for years. Like you said, AB, I see him doing the crowd work on the clips and like he is fat. He good. He is good at what he does. But the lack of, okay, I need these people to still listen to me when I'm saying this, even if they fuck with how I respond or not, like that's gone. Like he don't need that from us because he's still gonna sell out Madison Square. Like no one's going to care. Like that dude that made that joke about the Puerto Ricans and Trump shit, he's still gonna sell out. Like we may not know him, but I've been knowing him for a while. Like he go on tour, like he sells out shows all the time in big venues. I can't even think of his name right now. But Andrew Schultz is in that same vein where like there's this 18 to 31-year-old white boy that listens to me that don't give a fuck about hip hop, that don't care nothing about racism and likes everything that I say. And as long as they buying tickets, I really don't care what you niggas think. And that's what this joke came off as. Like, I don't give a fuck what you niggas think. I'm gonna make a joke about raping Kendrick Lamar, and we just looking at it like, bro, you weird. Like that's weird ass.
It wasn't like his podcast is called Flagrant for a reason.
Flagrant
like
too.
It's supposed to toe the line on being kind of like an asshole or whatever the case may be. But this was just weird. This was weird. Yeah, it was just weird.
It's not the type of humor we understand. Humor that we understand.
Anybody want to guess how many subscribers on Patreon he has?
For which one? For Brilliant Idiots?
Flagrant.
Flagrant. He got to have at least maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. It's 8 to 10 million.
So damn, no subscribers on. He has 24,000 members on Patreon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
8 to 10 million.
there's a
That's
free
country.
there's a free version of Flagrant 2, and then there's a Patreon version.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about just in
You're thinking
total,
about how many people probably listen to his
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Which is
Oh
probably
yeah,
right.
nah, that's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, you're
yeah,
talking about just specifically Patreon. Yeah.
That's just Patreon.
24,000 is still a lot.
That's a lot though.
Nah, that's a
That's
lot of
right.
motherfuckers.
Because
Patreon,
they're paying
yeah.
$5 to $10,
paying.
a level. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
And
lot
that's
of
why he got
motherfuckers.
that I don't give a fuck attitude. That's what those people that are paying for that Patreon want to hear. And
Yep,
that's what we
that's true.
don't want to hear that shit. Like that's weird to us.
Yeah, wasn't
Let
funny.
me down. Fuck Andrew Schultz.
That's your
man.
man's.
That was some
Yeah, a lot of people
bullshit.
like even Ice Cube's son came out.
That was some
what's
bullshit.
his name? What's his name?
They got into it on Twitter. O'Shea Jackson.
Don Cheadle said fuck him. DJ
Yeah.
DL Hughley's been
Punch
making
from TDE was kind of like, bro, what was that?
yeah, it's just like, and I think, and also like you mentioned, Lou, like because he has Charlemagne, that's the black art. Like he does, I feel like he doesn't need to feel like he need to say anything because he got Charlemagne right
I
there.
got Charlemagne.
Charlemagne's
got the black people. Yep.
He's got the biggest black platform since BET. So
And as long as he rocking with me, I'm cool.
Exactly.
Sure.
If I was Kendrick, I'd call that nigga from Snowfall. And I haven't paid Andrew Schultz a visit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like
We're gonna show you about playing bitch ass nigga the LA way.
The best way Andrew could have responded to this was like, oh, he must be talking about Gary Owens. You know what I'm saying? Like the best
Gary
way
Owens tried to get in this. Did you see that?
Yeah, but he said like if this is law, then I'm a criminal. Like that's the only thing Gary Owens like, and that wasn't like, Gary Owens is Gary Owens.
Gary Owens was married to a black guy though. So he got a different context.
We talked about this on Is the Mic Still On yesterday.
And he's divorced.
That was a joke though. That was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
If you get it, if you know Gary Owens, that's funny because comedians talk about their relationships, and now you're telling me I can't talk about my wife,
right?
And I'm a wife, like that's funny.
Yeah.
But people were trying to give him shit for that. Like that's what a comedian should do. Like some people may miss it, but what Gary Owens did was way more comical and was way more comedic than all of that shit that Schultz did. Like that was funny what Gary Owens did. If you get it, if you know he got a black white, if you know he divorced and shit like that. So. All right, moving on. Young Chris was on a podcast telling a story about after the B-side show where Jay brought him, Freeway, and other members of State Property out. He said Jay invited them back to the studio and they were going to record songs. But what State Property decided to do, we're going to the club, my nigga. Nick, I want to ask you, do you think the State Property missed out on a chance here of going to the studio with Hove or going to the club?
I don't want to answer a question with a question because I know I hate when people do that with me. So I'll answer the question like, was it a mistake? Probably not. I only said that because, again, y'all know that maybe State Property, just like me, Jay-Z ain't that high on their list. But two, Jay-Z ain't really going. I was going to ask y'all, do y'all really think that Jay-Z was going to record anything with 2024 State Property and put it out?
That's a very good question.
Why would I?
What year was that B-side show?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
So even then, at that point in time, I think 444. That's around 444 time, I believe.
Yeah,
regardless, that's still a similar Jay-Z. Like, bro, he wasn't putting out no music with that version of State Property. This ain't the early 2000s. This ain't a young Beanie Siegel and them. Like, he was probably just inviting them back to get a drink and then send them on their merry way. They probably was like, look, it's probably better. I'd rather be with some hoes than be with that nigga who gonna probably curve us. He probably not even gonna be in the studio. He just gave us like probably free studio time to do whatever we wanted to do in there to record a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like, I when I read this, I'm like, I can see why you would choose the club because it's like, bro, he ain't gonna. What's the likelihood that we're gonna do any song with Jay-Z in 2016? Come on.
Hey, what you say?
See, this is where you're getting it backwards, though. It may not have been about a song. It's no telling when the last time they spoke to each other between the last time and then that B-side show. It could have been business opportunities. It could have been writing opportunities. It could have been solo deals on the table. It could have been. Remember the whole thing of would you take a dinner with Jay-Z or $50,000? Nigga, they skipped dinner with Jay-Z and went to the club.
I'm going to the club, nigga.
but my thing, AB, is like, I hear that. And again, Lou, you know how I am on Dead End Sports. When we bring up ifs, it must mean we drinking tonight. I know it's a Monday night, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching the Cowboys Bengals game right now. I'm drinking a lot already. But I'm trying to tell you, AB, you gassing up the situation. He writing on what? You think State Property 3 coming out, nigga? Yeah, hell no.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. This is the biggest. We're having debates on whether you take tens of thousands of dollars or have one conversation with it. This is how influential he is. This is how connected he is. And we know relationships are everything. In 2016, State Property are grown ass men with families. So I can only imagine how these niggas was when they first signed to the label. You think this is the first studio session he invited them niggas to and they skipped out on? Like, bro, these niggas was probably showing signs of this previously. I'm going to take the side of Hove on this. Because I can see him trying to tell young nigga. I remember he tried to tell Beanie Siegel, slow down, bro. No, I'm gonna buy these 3 Bentleys anyway. Same color, same model. I'm buying 3 of them. Beans, why are you doing that, bro? All right, man, you got it. I made niggas millionaires. Nigga Beans to tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. Like, bro, like these niggas are grown ass men and they skipped out on who knows what if. We don't know what it would end up, but I guarantee you the club gonna be there. The J invite not, nigga. I bet he ain't hit that line since. I bet he hasn't. And what did they get out of the club, dude? I'd rather just take the chance and see what a nigga talking about, even if he stand me up. All right, fine. We'll go to the club tomorrow, nigga. Like, what the fuck? If you have to go to the club, the fuck? You a grown-ass man, dude. Stop what? You still going to clubs?
AB, you a good dude, man. You have good intentions. Like I get where you're coming from when you say that. But here's the thing that I think we all can agree to, that we don't have context of knowing Jay-Z.
True.
I've heard Jay-Z stories, and I think I gotta agree with Nick on this. They know that nigga was full of shit. They know he wasn't coming. They know it. Like, you right, AB. There could have been business opportunities there. And if I'm a naive young nigga, yeah, I'm popping up at the. But I'm young Chris, bro. You've been shucking me for 20 years, nigga. You've been stealing my verses. You've been like, I know you not. Like, nothing good is gonna come from this studio session because I know you, nigga. Everybody else don't have. Like, it's like the story that Memphis Bleak told about him trying to get Beyonce tickets when him and his wife wanted some from Jay. He was telling the story on Nora. He was like, yeah. I couldn't. I hit up Juan. She couldn't get him, and it was like, well, you got to call Jay. He's like, nah, I don't want to call because I know Jay. Like, it ain't the Jay that y'all see every day in the media. It's the Jay that I know this nigga for real. And as soon as I hit this nigga up for the tickets, he like, who the fuck am I? Ticket master, nigga? Giving you no fucking Beyonce tickets? Like, they know that's what type of nigga this is. And so they like, bro, we can go to the studio and get spun around and act like some shit gonna happen. If the nigga even shows up, like, if he don't laugh at us for calling him and being like, hey, where you at, bro? We at the yo. And him laughing and being like, bro, I'm headed to the hills with Beyonce, nigga. We finna go swim naked on our private balcony. Like, I don't even know what y'all niggas thought was. Like, y'all ain't been paying attention over the last 20 years. So I get it. I would have never told this story if I was young Chris, nor would I call Freeway to verify it like it was something cool. But I just think you chalk
that lets me know right there what their headspace is.
That's fair. I will give you that. I think that's fair in that sense of like acting like it was the cool thing to do. That was crazy. But if you had explained it in the sense of like, bro, I know this nigga. I know nothing is going to come from this. Yeah, for the normal nigga who's breaking into the industry, this is a big opportunity. You ain't never met Jay. He may show up. Yeah, all of that shit. You're right in with saying it, AB. But if I know this nigga, it's like niggas that we know. And we see how other people treat them, and you be like, bro, that nigga ain't shit. Like you know that because that's your mans. Not saying that they ain't shit in a bad way, but you just know how they act. And I think they know that about Jay-Z from hanging around him from all of those years. So now I'm not blowing off my night. Like, you got to think of the high that they were on from being on stage with Jay-Z, bro. We just did a Jay-Z like 2016 State Property, nigga. We ain't been hot in 15 years, nigga. You know how many bitches I'm gonna get tonight, bro? You know, I've been trying to fuck this little baby mama for 10 years, nigga, since I've been cold, nigga. I'm headed to the club tonight. She just see me on the line with Hove, nigga. I might get a threesome out of this, nigga. Is you crazy? They going to the studio with Hove, nigga.
They arguably probably got way more business deals and conversations post that thing than anything else, bro. Real talk.
That's crazy. Them little $5,000 appearance fees and all that shit they got from going to the club that night. Yeah, they needed that.
They think it's too small. They could have been in Meek's spot. They could have been in the Fanatics deals and shit, bro.
AB, let me tell
Just
you.
let me know why Young Chris
me
is where Young
surprise
Chris is
you.
at. And I mean that with all due respect.
AB, Jay-Z was not coming to that studio session.
That's
We
what I'm
don't
trying
know.
to tell you. I'm trying to tell
I
you
know,
that,
I
bro.
know, I
We
know
don't
Jay-Z
know.
well enough to know that nigga wasn't coming. They know him better than I do. That nigga was not coming to that studio session.
They would have said that. They probably thought the same thing when he asked him to come on stage. Man, that nigga ain't really finna get us up here.
No, because you got to practice that though. Like that's practice.
Oh,
you
that's
do
true.
that.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
You got to do all of that. Like you do mic checks and shit. But they knew for a fact that after this show, Jay's not showing up to the studio with us to record no songs.
That's crazy. I know they wasn't from the record shit. I thought he might have had something for him.
Might have had some conversations and some business. No, I'm
Might
not
have had a
knocking
oop
you. He
for him.
may have. Like he may have surprised them, but I highly doubt it.
This nigga's
Nigga would
ill.
have been there for 5 minutes and pulled off on them niggas.
Exactly, bro.
What y'all finna do?
He would have opened the. Hey, Lou, you know how you open the door for your homie to let him in, and then you gonna do something else. That's all he was gonna do.
Walk
Hey,
right
bro.
out in the same motion, bro.
all
Let's
he
take
was
it to the
doing.
West
I'm finna get
Coast,
into
man. Listen, Roddy Ricch is tight. He was on social media. I don't know if you saw, but a guy was doing one of those storage hunter type cats.
Yeah.
Bought a storage for $200 and something that had got behind on payments. And he opens it, and lo and behold, it's some clothes from Roddy Ricch. And it is a Grammy from Nipsey Hussle and Roddy Ricch's record together. Roddy Ricch reached out to the guy, said the guy tried to extort him for 50 bands. And Roddy Ricch was like, man, I tried to offer him 10. This nigga wanted to extort me. I don't like that shit. So he was tight about it. Now, my question to you, Nick, I'm going to kick it with you. Fair or foul, the guy asking for 50 bands from Roddy Ricch for the Grammy?
Again, I hate to do this. Answer question to question. AB, the Democratic Party lost this election because they didn't address the price of inflation. You know what I'm saying? They didn't address the economy.
Facts.
We in 2024, AB.
Eggs is crazy.
I am running up the. Hey, y'all. I listened to that episode. Y'all was talking about how T-Pain got called by Zuckerberg and how disrespectful that. Hey, my Roddy Ricch prices is just. Hey, it's gonna be more than enough money to fit in that box that he was singing about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, AB, the price that I would ask for that shit would be like, we paying off 2 houses. Talk about state property, nigga. I'm on to something in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm all with this motherfucker doing that shit. Nigga, what? And I know you want it back. That's the thing. I know you want it back.
Yeah.
Not only do I know you got money, but I know you want it back.
That's a fact.
Yes, I'm asking for $100, $200, $300,000, and we gonna see. You shoot for the moon and you land on the cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we do.
Facts.
Yes, I'm all with it.
Lou, was the 50K a fair ask?
Yeah, he really was cutting him a deal, bro. This is a Grammy, nigga. How many Grammys Roddy Ricch got? Like, and how many do we see him getting in the future? Like, nigga, yeah, this is a big deal. Like, yeah, nigga, pay the $50,000 for it. I feel like dude probably was kind of disrespectful in his $50,000 ass, though. I think dude probably got too big for his britches because he do this all the time and find shit. So people probably making him offers, and he thinking Roddy Ricch is just a regular little nigga, and he don't know that the gang banging homies is a call away, and we will pull up on you and take the trophy from you, nigga. So you was doing lucky getting the 10,000. So that's where the disconnect was. He didn't understand it. It wasn't really a $10,000 like offer where we can bid. It's like, no, I'm going to give you 10,000 for this, and if you don't take it, nigga, we finna ride up on you and make your life hard. Like I don't think that he understood that part of it and was kind of trying to talk tough. And then that's why he in the situation that he is. He had to do with Roddy. But yeah, I'm like, Nick, bro, like nigga, you got to give me 100, 200,000 for the Grammy with you and Nip dead, nigga. No,
That is a classic.
That's not extortion. That's not extortion, bro. Because look, you had the storage space. All you had to do was pay the bill, my nigga. I'm the one that know what I'm doing in the storage wars world or whatever it may be, and I did what I was supposed to do. Now you need to pay me, nigga. I just don't think dude took it into full consideration of the like Roddy Ricch. Like LA niggas is different, man. They can make a couple phone calls and some killers like outside hiding in your bushes, nigga. And now you got to reconsider everything. Like, did y'all see the other video where he actually gave the nigga the trophy?
Yeah, I think they ended up at like a police station or something.
He had a whole different like, nigga, yeah, we got to meet at the police station now because of what was said when Roddy Ricch called him back and was like, nah, I ain't giving you shit, nigga. You better, like, we better not find you nowhere, nigga. And I want to whatever it is to get my Grammy back. And then, okay, I'll take the 10,000. You're right. And then we got to meet at the police station. So yeah, dude just wasn't aware of his like audience. He thought it was a regular storage ward nigga that he was making these like $50,000. He probably was talking tough, and that's when it got out of hand. But yeah, I would have asked for a lot more. Fuck that.
The guy came back and said, I did not ask for 50,000. He said all I got was threats. You guys don't know the full story. I returned it at no cost and didn't want anything from them, no compensation, not even tickets.
So now you don't even get 10,000 because you're trying to be tough guy.
Yeah, the only true thing he said was he ain't want no tickets.
You was playing around, yeah, nigga. You was playing around. Roddy Ricch called them niggas, and now you scared for your life, and you want to give it back, nigga. Yeah. Like, come on, bro.
Listen, all he had to do, he paid $280. Roddy Ricch claims that he asked for 50,000 and a Audemars watch. That was the two things that he asked for.
Stop playing with me, bro.
Listen, I'm not mad at the $50,000 ask, but Roddy has to learn the term extortion. This is not extortion, bro.
It's not extortion.
He bought it legally, all of that good shit. He also has to understand negotiation. That 50 is the high ball. We get, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Relatively speaking, that 50 was on the high end. The 10 was on the low end. You meet at 30, and we go ahead and call it a day. Here go your clothes. Here go your Grammy. Here go, I'll fuck the asking for the watch. And bro, just meet at 30. Bet we're gonna meet at this police station for sure. And come on with them 30, bro. Here go your Grammy for Racks in the Middle. They won it in 2020. But I thought this was funny though, man. Like, he came up on something
about the storage.
He got that attention he ordered though. That's the problem.
Facts. He had his chest out too much. Like he should have made a reasonable response offer. Like, not 50. Like, I feel like he tried to puff his chest out and be like, well, I need 50 and the Audemars. Like, bro, we finna fuck you up. Like, this is what's gonna happen to you, nigga.
Plot twist though. What if dude never really did that? And he didn't offer, because dude made a video of him finding the gram. Like, he's a YouTuber, so he made a video of it. What if Roddy was like, man, we're just gonna say this nigga asked for some wild shit and the rest gonna handle itself, and we're gonna end up getting this shit back.
If Roddy did that, then he is diabolical. And
I fuck with him. I ain't even
he goes with loose pointers. Them LA niggas is different.
LA niggas is different, bro.
LA niggas is different. Y'all y'all done about like 5-6 LA stories this year alone, and they all end up just
different, man.
Them niggas always end up somebody getting robbed or killed. Sometimes both.
I don't play with no LA niggas, man.
Nah, that shit was funny though. What's next, man? Oh, that's funny.
All right, next there's a classic mixtapes list that are not on streaming.
Yeah.
If you look through this list, man, there's a lot of things on here that you would be. Rich Forever is on here. Yep. Nostalgia Ultra from Frank Ocean, Bastard. My question to you two guys, if there was a mixtape that needed to be on streaming, what would it be? AB, I'll start with you.
Man, on this list is right here, man, the Drought 3. Oof. Wayne has several classic mixtapes. The Drought 3 is one of them. I could go to Carter. The Drought is Over. The Carter 3 Sessions is also a classic mixtape, in my opinion. But the double disc Drought 3 is ridiculous. Of course, that's got the swag surfing. I believe, or that may have been
that's no ceilings. That's no ceilings.
That's no ceilings. This one had the Mike Jones. My bad.
Yeah. There's Mr. Hey,
listen. This, I would say Drought 3 needs to be on there immediately. If we want to circle back to Cole, what he got going on, them Truly Yours joints need to be. I know those are EPs, but he need to go ahead and throw them on up while he's releasing everything else he's ever made. Go ahead and throw them Truly Yours is up too, Cole. But I'm gonna say Drought 3, even though there's some heat on here that I didn't realize wasn't on streaming, and that's a shame.
Yeah. What say you, Nick?
First of all, Lou, you was gassing talking about there's a lot of those tapes that should be on streaming. It's only two. It's only two, bro.
On this list, or you saying
on that list? It's only two. It's Drought 3 and Rich Forever. You can keep everything else, bro.
Frank Ocean mixtape was banging.
I'm gonna say that Frank Ocean is a classic.
That Frank Ocean mixtape,
that's a certified classic.
That Frank Ocean mixtape to me is overrated.
There's
about
insane.
3 records. There's listen. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it's trash. I'm not saying it's trash.
You just saying it's overrated.
It's overrated. Like it's like his album. His
every song is good.
I think Frank Ocean himself is overrated, but I think this tape was tough.
the tape is nice. Novocaine, Novocaine is one of his best records.
Facts.
But there's only about 3 records on it that you really like taking away with. The rest is just like some covers that are nice. But it's really just on that list alone. It's Drought 3, Rich Forever. And if we're really keeping it a bean, I'm taking Dedication 2 over both of those. That's the one that really needed to be on street. Like, again, I know this is a Wayne friendly show. So mixtape Wayne era. I know y'all talk about the squad ups. To me, it's the Dedication series. That's what I grew up on.
Dedication 2 is on streaming though.
Yeah,
it's on streaming.
And one, too.
Oh shit! Never mind. Let me. So then I take that point back. Drought 3 is my number 1 overall pick. Then it'll be Rich Forever. Rich Forever may be I would say Rich Forever and Black Dollar. Black Dollar by Rick Ross. That's not on streaming. That was that to me. I like that more than the album he dropped was Black Market. Black Dollar has some joints on.
Yeah, it has some shit on there.
I
for
remember
sure.
that. Yeah. For me, if we keeping it hip hop, I would say that Rich Forever. That Rich Forever was fire. Yeah, like Ross was in the bag.
He should have dropped an album. That should have been an album, bro.
Damn, it should
have
been.
That was an album.
Like this nigga was in a bag during this little time because this was right after the BMF shit dropped too.
Yeah.
From a personal standpoint, Nick, you are insane. That Frank Ocean, I haven't listened to Frank Ocean since this shit right here dropped. Like I didn't find the music to be the same as the shit on Nostalgia Ultra. This shit is straight through, one through whatever the last song is. Every song is banging. That nigga was cold. This needs to be on streaming tomorrow because it'll probably be one of my most listened to albums. But again, from a hip hop perspective, I gotta go to Rick Ross. Then I would go with the Drought 3 because of the Mike Jones song, how he just took that song from him. Then that Finally Famous by Big Sean, that needs to be on streaming. I ain't got nothing else for any one of these.
Yeah, fuck with that Dom Kennedy.
I was finna say I just seen the Yellow album. The Yellow album.
Yellow album was nice. Yellow album was dope. Yellow is dope. I mean, again, you can't go wrong with Rich Forever or Drought 3. But again, to me, Nostalgia Ultra, like I get it. It was the first.
What don't you like about that?
It's not like I don't say I don't like it. When I say it's overrated, it's just like, yeah, it's not trash at all. He's talented. He shows it.
It's just overhyped.
It's just like, yeah, for me, it's like he has better albums that put like projects that are better than that.
To where like the best night. Yeah, this is the best night he ever done in his life.
Okay, to you. AB, like he said, he only heard this. He didn't hear anything else. So.
You're right too. I ain't listened to the rest of the shit either, though. You're right. I did not listen to the rest of the shit. So,
next up, man, Spotify's. We've seen a whole lot of year-end lists popping off. Spotify named their number 1 most listened to artist, and for the 8th consecutive year, Drake came in number 1 with 73.3 million monthly listeners. Now, obviously, he's going to have some numbers because he was involved in the biggest beef of all time, so there was a lot of records that were spinning, but he didn't drop a project this year. Lou, I'll start with you. Are you surprised that despite what people think of him possibly losing the battle, not dropping an album, that he was still the number 1 artist on Spotify?
I see what you did there. Try to add that not dropping an album in there, like it's gonna make him like, nigga, shut up.
He didn't. Future dropped 3 and he didn't come close.
Stop it.
Stop
it. First of all, yeah, people love Drake's old music, bro. Like as dude Larry Jackson said, Drake's catalog is more popular than the 60s, 70s, and 80s combined. That means every artist that put out an album there, it's more popular than that. So yeah, I would expect him to be this in Spotify's because, like I said in the last episode, views prior, like niggas still listening to that shit to this day. Like that's in my Wrapped. That's in my Apple Replay. I'm still banging all the shit from Views or whatever it may be because that's my favorite Drake album. So no, Drake is the number 1 artist still in the world as far as from
it's hip hop too. My bad. It's not the number 1 overall.
Yeah, I was gonna say from a hip hop standpoint,
Taylor Swift was number 1.
Beyonce, it's not Taylor Swift. It's not Bad Bunny or those people.
Yeah.
But yeah, from a hip hop standpoint, because that previous catalog is so strong, like people are always going to go listen to those songs. That's why Drake is such a valuable artist. Like he will always have to be considered because I got so many slaps, bro. And those slaps are for people like that were in college listening to that and they want that nostalgic feeling. And when they go back and listening to, if you're reading this, it's too late. When they go back and listening to Marvin's Room or whatever it may be, or the first out, like all of that shit, like I don't care if a person calls me a Drake hater or not. I gotta respect those slaps, and those slaps still go hard to this day, regardless of how much I like Kendrick Lamar and what he's done to your man's AB. I still listen to that shit like Drake still on my replay list. Cause that nigga got slaps and he gonna be one of the #1 artists for years to come. So no, I'm not surprised.
Nick, are you surprised that he's numero uno? For the record, Kendrick came in number 5 for anybody checking the score.
No one asked.
No, just checking.
No,
Came
I'm
number
not.
5.
I'm not surprised because Drake. You could play Drake for the most part, at anywhere at any time. Like his back catalog is more than impressive. It's damn near phenomenal. So you can't deny his artistry. However, I believe he got helped a lot because of the beef as well. Like it's
Sure.
people. I love how I hate how the conversation is always Kendrick's side as far as like this beef helped Kendrick more than anything. Like no, this beef also helped people go back to see like Drake, learn who he is. Because I know there was a lot of people who weren't aware. Well, not say weren't aware, but like didn't know why this artist Kendrick was going at Drake, and it made you want to listen to more Drake. And then of course the 100 gigs brought about a lot of nostalgia too to go back to the old records as well. So yeah, nah, Drake was a big artist before then. He's gonna be a big artist after it. I'm not surprised at all.
I thought Drake fell off, man. I thought he lost and he was over.
Moving forward, it ain't the
Yes.
same. Nothing was the same.
His beef was
off.
7 months ago, nigga. What are we talking about?
He's dropped at least 8 new tracks since then, and ain't none of
8
them
new tracks.
ain't none of them hitting like they used to, bro. He been dropping Lucy's all the. Remember, AB, remember when Drake Lucy's was damn near sync, like they went gold and diamond and all that other shit?
Not all of them. No.
Tootsie Slide,
yes.
Tootsie Slide wasn't supposed to be shit. He dropped that during the
Now, that's
penny,
true.
and it went to became like a top 10 record. He ain't getting those no more. Like I think
That nigga made an album of Lucy's. Like
Yeah.
AB bullshitting us, like trying to act like, oh well, that nigga, he made an album of the Lucy's, nigga. He can't do that now.
He could.
This bullshit that he been putting out since Kendrick
We're not gonna
obliterated
do that.
this
We're
nigga.
not gonna do that.
He
That's-
can't make no album of these.
That's what
Lucy's,
I'm
nigga.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AB is like we gotta. Both things can be true. I'm not surprised he's #1, but I'd be more surprised if he's #1 moving forward.
For the record, 8 years in a row. For the record, number 2 was Travis Scott. Number 3 was Kanye. 4 was M. 5 was Kendrick. 6 was Future. Metro Boomin, number 7. 21 Savage, 8. Playboy Cardi, number 9. And XXX Tentacion was number 10.
That's crazy.
Travis being 2 is crazy. Who is? Well, I wonder what. I know he's big with the kids and all that shit, but I want to know
for
what
sure.
records is.
And
They
he's
listen
popular.
to
Nah,
it.
they were spinning at not the Astro World. I mean, what the Astro World for
Utopia?
sure. The Utopia. Nah, that was getting plays.
Was it? I didn't know
Hell
that.
yeah.
Well, the Fiend, I can get the
Who was
Fiend.
3?
That record
You
going
say
crazy.
Kanye was 3?
Yeah. But he dropped twice this year though.
That's
and he's
crazier to me.
Kanye. So if Drake
I mean, that's
is getting played and
I'm not
Kanye's back
knocking him.
catalog is getting played.
No, I'm not knocking him at all. I respect it. That's crazy that he's been able, like, actually, I'm giving him praise that he's been able to maintain 3 at everything that, like, he's been.
Oh yeah, true.
Kanye West
been
is
through.
career
That's
wise.
crazy to me.
Kanye West career wise is the LeBron James of hip hop.
This nigga
Like-
a beast, man. Like,
like,
if you really
yeah.
sit and think about it, like the shit that this nigga went through, and for you to tell me that he's 3, that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
He
That
drops
he's- yeah.
he drops records that are still like top 10. Like
God, that's
they get on the charts and do
insane.
everything.
That's what
That
goats
nigga
do.
a beast. Kanye a beast, man. Like he made Kanye the last like rap pop like star, like rock star.
He's the last rock star.
Yeah, he the last.
I don't even
person
think Drake has that status.
Ain't
where-
nobody ever. Yeah, Drake.
Travis Scott ain't
That's
got
what I was
that?
gonna add.
Nah, I don't think.
Hell
What?
no.
Nah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye,
not to that
nigga?
level. Not to that level.
Like, bro, we talking about Kanye.
Travis Scott was
West.
number
That's-
2 on the fucking list. What are y'all talking about?
AB,
Yeah, but that ain't gonna
AB.
last though.
Travis Scott's peak is where Kanye is dipping. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
Good point.
that's the thing.
'Cause
Like,
that's what we're saying, Nick. Like Kanye is on a decline right now from what we witnessed him as somebody who knew him when he was popping, and this nigga is still 3rd. That's crazy.
and he's
That's
40 plus.
insane,
He's
actually.
40. He damn near about to be 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that
God
the kids
damn.
still fuck with Kanye. To
That's the
this day.
difference. Kanye has multiple generational fans. He's got 20-year-olds that fuck with him, 30-year-olds that fuck with him, and 40-year-olds that fuck. I don't know any other rapper that can say that. Because
Yeah.
kids fuck with Kanye
That's
today
insane, bro.
still.
Yeah,
and
that's,
everybody in
that's
between.
fucking crazy.
He's the ultimate chameleon. Like, he can adjust to every era, and he can he can double back and he can work with West Side Gun on one record and then go make a record
Playboy.
with Lil Pump or somebody or Playboy Cardi. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
That's fucking crazy.
Next up, man, what we got?
All right. Next, we have AB Cardi. She argues online with producers about unpaid mixtape royalties. She told them, "Look, nigga, I still got bills to pay. You in my DMs because I say I spend $3 million a month, telling me that I need to pay you when you just had bad management, and I tried to help you." Who's wrong? Who's right in this situation? As far as the producer saying he needs his unpaid royalties from a mixtape, AB.
Yeah, I thought this was hilarious. The producer Swift on Demand shared a DM that he wrote, and I'm gonna read this, dude. He said, remember you told me, Swift, don't worry, after that phone call when you got with dude. That's disrespectful, man. Call the nigga by his name, man. He said, you even got upset with me for even saying don't forget about me. And I'm pretty sure you're taking care of people that had nothing to do with your success. Once again, I am happy for you, though. Keep shining. By now, I would have thought you would have moved the muscle to help me a bit. I thought wrong. Just had to get that off my chest. And her voice mail response is so fucking funny, too. Because she was like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Man, she told that nigga, man, shut your bitch ass up, dude. I helped you get out the contract, goofy ass nigga. I helped you do this and that. I had Offset take a look at your paperwork. I told you for the 100th time, nigga, don't believe everything you hear online, man. Well, you believe in this shit that spent 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, nigga. Stop believing this shit, goofy ass nigga. That's exactly the tone that she took on the thing. Bro, I'm crying listening to this shit. But more importantly, though, to the point of he made some beats on the Pretty Bitch Music, Gangsta Music, whatever the fuck her early mixtape was called. She's Gangsta Bitch Music. She says she doesn't own the rights to that. So she can't do anything about getting some money for him if she doesn't own it. She doesn't get anything off of it if you let her tell it. So she's claiming that he's just mad because she stopped working with him because she moved on from his sound. I don't know. I thought him saying what he said and her response was hilarious, though. It was true Cardi B fashion. She was like, nigga, shut the fuck up, dude. Stop believing this shit. I ain't got no money for you. I've helped you in the past, but this shit old as fuck. I haven't worked with you in years. Leave me alone. And I laughed. I'm not
this was a fumble in itself, bro. If you have the chance to not only reach out to Cardi, but for her to be able to respond, bro, you would be like, let's work again. Like, let me at least listen to some of these beats that I got for you. At least let me, try to,
I'm gonna switch my sound up. Let me listen to this.
I got something for
exactly.
you,
Like,
man.
I got something for you. Like, again, like the way that we were talking about and discussing the state property Jay-Z thing is the same way that I would have done this way, or reverse the way I would have done this way. Like, use it as an opportunity to add more to your catalog. Because obviously, you begging ain't gonna do shit, but her telling you no and get the fuck out and blocking you. You saying, hey, look, we used to work together. We made magic before. Let's try to do it again. There may be an opportunity to get something from there. However, as I'm saying it, I do remember our conversation. She ain't dropping no more new music, so that's why he say, "Look, I need this check now before your ass go ghost." For real.
I can give you new shit that ain't even gonna matter. Now you bring up a good point there, Nick, in the sense of he knows her better than a lot of people know her. So the approach that he took was stupid. Like, because you see that I'm spending $3 million a month. Now you want to ask for, like, bro, nigga, quit pocket watching, nigga. Fuck you. Like, all of us would have had the same response to him. Is that, like, you see this news report and now you want in too because you think that I'm out here frivolously wasting money? And then I like her response, like, nigga, I got bills. I got 3 fucking kids, nigga. And a thing that I was surprised to see, she said she take care of all that shit by herself, which I'm wondering, like, those Offset 3 kids, right?
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken in that, right? So her saying that she pay all her own bills and take care of everything herself, I was shocked to see that. I would think that he had something to do with that, but that's another story for another day. However, Nick, I think you bring up a good point. He should have used this as an opportunity to try to get back in her good graces. Like, we ain't gotta I can cut on your expenses and give you beats for new deals or whatever it may be. and I got a new sound, and let's work back together and rekindle this flame. And now I can use that to piggyback into better opportunities with the other female sounds that are out here now, because it's a lot more than when he was working with her. Like now you got a lot more opportunity to work with a Glorilla or Lotto or whoever it may be, because I know this space. But you trying to be like, oh, I'm pocket watching, and you saying you spending this much and I ain't got my money and that's foul, nigga. Shut up. Like no one is gonna have sympathy for you, bro. Like how she talked to you is how you deserve to be talked to for approaching her in that manner after you responded to that story that came out in like the media. Like, bro, relax.
Man, that shit was funny. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. I pressed
I
play
fuck
on
with
that,
Cardi.
and I was not expecting that.
I fuck with Cardi, man. Like she a real chick. I fuck with her.
Man, that
Like,
was
bro,
funny.
get out of here, weak
He was better
ass
off
nigga.
just being like, man, look, I'm finna send you a beat pack. I switched my sound over. Let me know
Yeah,
what you
like
think.
here, what you think
All you
about
got,
this?
yeah,
And
exactly.
she's like she said, like this ain't a nigga who she just threw to the side. I've tried to
Yeah.
help you. I got my ex-husband. I don't know what that's gonna. I don't know what getting offset to look over your paperwork is gonna do. But
That's
hey,
it.
maybe
He read that with his finger.
he mouthed all that out. That nigga read that like and spoke it as he was speaking, as he was reading it. So like I don't know how much that helped.
Hey,
But
he did
she
it.
tried to do
He did it worse. He put that bitch in Chat GBT, trying to see what answers he could give from that.
Hey, man.
Hey, give it.
I'm not sure what.
Now, to be fair though, Offset did get out of his deal with QC though. To be fair, so obviously we don't know. We don't think it was Offset looking at it.
Hey,
It was probably
B,
his
The
lawyer.
nigga
It
that
was-
helped you get out of that deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It was
I need
the-
the team. Like, no,
It was
you
his
didn't get
representatives.
out of the deal, nigga. Like, I need that team over there that got you out, nigga.
I don't need
I
you
want
reading my
read
shit at
car.
all.
Yeah, you ain't got to read a goddamn thing, man.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm cool.
Oh shit.
All right, man. What we got next, AB?
Last before we get out of here, man, before we get to these wins, these losses, Apple Music named their global song of the year. This is tallied through they got a whole chart going on. Number one was Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us.
Elbows out, nigga.
Okay, odd selection, but Nick, are you surprised this is numero uno?
We have to talk about it's December, right? We're coming up to mid-December. We have to talk about this as an overall bigger conversation. But no, I'm not surprised to answer your question. However, I will say Kendrick Lamar may be having the greatest year in hip hop history as
Hell
a solo
no.
as a solo artist. AB, listen, he's about to have a Super Bowl appearance. He's got the number one record, number one album, multiple number one records. Since he got GNX, he got probably about like 3-4 records in the top 5 alone.
Well, the first 5 songs on Billboard were his songs.
He's got the number one. He took down the number one artist in hip hop. And there's still more. There's still more to come. Like to me, it's like he's already gonna. And we know he's gonna get Grammys. He's gonna get all that. Like he may be having the best. What is it? 36 months in hip hop, because I'm counting moving forward to next year as we go into the Super Bowl and the Grammy Awards. Like starting from April, the spring, all the way going into next April, that year, calendar year. I'm sorry, bro. This is I've never seen a hip hop artist be this successful in a short period of time, bro. Like we gonna have to have this is gonna go down in history, bro. 2024 is going down in history, like, bro. The year that Kendrick Lamar shocked the world.
This is where being 22 comes at a disadvantage for you, sir. Because I was around.
Who had a better year?
Pac dropped All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli in the same year.
Bro, Future dropped We Don't Trust You, and We Don't Trust You. We Still Don't Trust You in the same year. DMX dropped what is it? If
Flesh
Hell
of My
is Hot,
Flesh.
Water is Cold, and that type shit. He dropped both of them albums. We seen that happen before, AB. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about Pac ain't never got no Super Bowl appearance. DMX damn sure did. No, they ain't win Grammys off they shit like that either. Like, And on top of that, bro, this isn't a beef. He took down the biggest artist in the world. You were shocked about how successful Kendrick was, even though I know you were a big Drake supporter. You were shocked by how successful this nigga is, to the point where you begrudgingly have to put these topics on deck. If this was the AB show, we ain't talking about Kendrick at all, bro. He a footnote in your notes, nigga.
I was shocked y'all were comfortable crip walking to pedophile music. That song is gonna age horribly, but I'm gonna let y'all play it out.
Your man's is a pedophile. What us crip walking to it got to do with?
It's gonna age horribly.
I'm sorry, dog. It's at least gonna be ringing in the HBCU bands for years to come. So
he's having an MVP season in a slow year. This is a bubble year. Okay, we're in a bubble. Man, he's having an MVP bubble year season, bro. Congratulations.
I gotta agree with Nick. Man. This is one of the best seasons that a hip hop artist has had ever in memorable history. Yes, Pac, All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli Run. Yes, DMX. Those are two good ones that y'all
Future mentioned. 2015.
Yeah, that's cool. But at the end of this year, Kendrick is going to be performing at the Super Bowl in front of 100 million people, nigga. And he probably gonna drop another album that's going to go #1 after the Super Bowl if he's smart.
And he got and he's got the tour with SZA coming up right after the Super Bowl.
And I'm gonna go on tour with SZA, which is just what I was about to say too, Nick. Like, what we talking about? Yes, nigga, this was the right selection. This nigga has bodied it this year. He put himself in, you could say top 10 if you want to really go press the line, top 5, like of all time. Like, this nigga, he that dude. And for anybody that thought that he wasn't, nigga, no, I'm going to show this shit to you this year. And I think that he did a great job in baiting Drake into this beef and killing that nigga on the back end. And now look where we at. I've had one of the best 36 months, like Nick said, in hip hop history.
And he still won the #1 listen to rapper. That's crazy. What's we got? We got wins and losses, man. Before we
you ain't got no comment on that.
I thought I gave one. Just
go to wins and losses. That nigga didn't say
this is shit. The Lakers in the bubble. He won an MVP in the bubble, bro. Congratulations. Right, bro.
How is this a bubble, bro? Future dropped twice.
This is a slow year.
Future dropped twice this year.
Nigga, it's 2024.
3 times. He dropped 3 times.
You saying it's a slow year because Drake didn't drop.
That's one big reason.
Stop it.
I would say what Kanye dropped this year.
Everybody dropped this year, nigga.
Everybody dropped this year.
Except for Drake, because that nigga was climbing out of a fucking grave.
That's why as the #1 artist rapper on Spotify, he was in a grave.
Yeah, because niggas like me is still listening to Views. Oh, Drake got new music? Damn, I didn't have no clue.
I was gonna say, little people listen to Drake like, why was he good again?
Yeah, right. Let me go back and remember why this nigga was even hot, because he looked lame right now. Suing record labels, getting murdered on all fucking rap beats. Let me go back and remember. Oh, okay. If you're reading this, it's too late. Oh, yeah. I remember when this nigga was good.
His next one's gonna be, if you're streaming this, it's too late. It's a rap on this nigga.
If you listening, I'm dead, nigga. That's what it's gonna be. If you listening, I'm done. All right, we got some wins and some losses before we get out of here. The first win or a loss, Young Thug. He hopped on a Zoom call with his lawyer. His lawyer was talking to some students, and he asked him, "Hey, man, let me get up out of this probation so I can visit Metro Atlanta." Was this a win or a loss, AB?
That's a win, man. I thought that was a weird. Stipulation to begin with. You can't visit Metro Atlanta. Like, he said, he's got family and yeah, I mean, I get it, but that was a weird flex by the the judge or the DA. I felt like that one they could probably lift, and he probably has a good chance of getting that one taken off. So that's a W, man. Closed mouths don't get fed. You got to ask.
What you say, Nick? Win or a loss?
It's a win because that's what you're supposed to do with your lawyer. You're supposed to ask them to do shit for you to get you off. However, this probation hitting Thug early, bro. He said, "I need to get back to the streets, to the bar. This house
arrest get cabin fever, nigga."
Hey, bro, this why it's a loss for me. It's a loss for me, bro. We not even 30 days in, and this nigga like, bro, I can't do this shit, nigga. You can't pull no strings, nigga.
And nigga already asking for favors, bro.
Nigga already asking for favors. We ain't even a month in. It's a loss, bro. Like, please.
Listen, I'm
Stay
Look, I remember
strong, man.
I remember I went to college and we stayed on campus, nigga, and no freshmen were supposed to have a car. Nigga, I made it 4 days, nigga. I said, man, I'm going back to get my whip, nigga. What the fuck? Not gonna be able to do it, dude.
Bro. We ain't gonna be able to do this, man. Nah, you ain't doing none of this.
He
bro.
said, I can't even go to the booty club, nigga. Fuck out of here.
I can't even go to I can't go to Magic City, nigga. Like, this is my whole purpose of existing, nigga. I'm a nigga in Atlanta with money. I can't go outside. That's crazy. All right, next winner or loss, Boss Man D-Lo. Big SportsCenter fan. He talks about it in the song. He got to announce his new album on SportsCenter. Winner or loss, Nick?
Oh, it's a win. That's free promotion. ESPN is arguably probably the only program that live TV wise people still tune in. Everything is all streaming. Everything is all like on demand. But if you go into any doctor's office, barbershop, whatever, they still playing ESPN. So you're gonna see that. So I think that was a win. That was smart on his part.
Winner or loss, AB?
Yeah, this is a 10K first week sale win because that's about how many he's gonna sell off of this appearance. I get it.
Damn,
he's a fan of
only get you 10K.
Max. He needs a song. Do you know the name of the album? What's his single out right now? You don't know either. That's what I'm saying. That's what's gonna get you some sales, get them registers ringing. You going on SportsCenter, nigga? When the last time you watched SportsCenter, bro?
It's on. I ain't gonna say what, but it's on. You know
nobody watches this shit. Twitter is SportsCenter now, bro. I'm getting real life updates as they happen, bro. I'm not waiting on SportsCenter. Nigga, we do 8,000 first week, dude.
Oh, shit, man, that's funny. I don't know if he'll do 8,000 first week. I think this is a W for him, man. Like the last thing that I would have expected is Boss Man D-Lo being on SportsCenter, so it was a surprise for me. Like,
true.
Even though I'm waiting on Get Up or a First Take to come on or whatever it may be while watching SportsCenter, I didn't tune into it. But I wonder how many people saw him and was like, "Who is that black guy?" And then ain't gonna go download his album. I wonder how many people did that. None.
Don't count on it. It come out this week too, man. For anybody checking, it's called D-Lo Curry.
All right. Last winner or loss before we get out of here and do the on decker of the weekend. Our put-ons, J. Cole. He apologized to Shane Battier for a line that he had early in his career about Shane Battier essentially being mid. They were in a Miami restaurant. Shane Battier said he didn't really care, but J. Cole wanted to apologize. Winner or loss?
That's a dub, man. He did though, but you got to remember, Cole is from North Carolina. He's a UNC fan. Yes, Shane Battier is a Duke player. So it's a little deeper than rap. There's a little bit of just rivalry right there. Shane Battier said he didn't take the line no kind of way anyway. He thought it was kind of funny that he got named. But he respected that he came up to him. And he said that Cole sent the little concierge person, whatever little fancy ass restaurant they was at. And the person was like, yo, J. Cole wanted to holler at you if that's okay. He was like, J. Cole in here, man, get the fuck out of here. And Cole walked right up. He was like, oh shit. So they chopped it up, but whatever the case may be. I thought that was respectable, because Cole remembered that he said that line and was like, yeah, I ain't mean nothing by that shit, my nigga. I'm just rapping. And Shane Battier didn't give a fuck.
Nick, what you say?
You already know I'm shaking my head, bro. This is another L. This is a year. The complete opposite of Kendrick is not Drake. It's Cole.
You want niggas to be pop, bro. You want niggas do off-duty cops and shit, bro.
I'm not even asking Cole to do that. I don't want him to change his character. But stand on your raps, bro. That's all he was asking for from the beginning of the beef till now. Stand on your rap. Shane Battier, AB, you apologizing to that nigga? He's trying to everybody. Fuck out of here. And he from Duke. Come on, bro. I was listening to y'all last episode. AB, you almost sold me on listening to the podcast series of him. I'm with you, Lou. I ain't doing that shit, bro. $10 ain't worth the shit. It ain't dollar in a dream. It's $10 in a nightmare right now for me, bro. He lost all respect. When I saw this on the list, I'm like, oh, hell nah. He ain't got shit to say that I want to hear no more, bro. You apologize. Shane Battier ain't even take it that well, and you over here having night terrors about that shit? Get out of here, nigga. You lost all respect to me, bro.
I gotta be on my young nigga shit and agree with Nick, man. Like, this is a loss. Like, bro, Shane Battier didn't even remember this. I'm not sending the concierge over to Shane Battier for an apology, bro. Nigga, who is you? Nigga, you a role player at best in the NBA. I'm J fucking Cole. Nigga, if you got a problem, then you come holler at me. Like, I'm not going to apologize. Fuck that, nigga. No.
Y'all
But
niggas
it
acting
does
like he
speak-
got on bended knee, nigga, and was kissing his hand and shit, dude.
Hey, B, I
He
know
probably
you.
walked up and
I
said,
know
"Hey, bro, you
you.
know I ain't mean nothing by that shit. I was just
Podding right
bullshitting."
now. You pod right now, AB. I know you. You not doing that either. Me and you out, and the nigga was like, you talk bad about, you ain't sending the concierge over to that nigga and be like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. Like, that's
I'm not
crazy to
sounding
fucking
like how
do,
you're
bro.
sounding, nigga, but I'm gonna be like, hey, nigga, you know,
You
nigga
ain't
just be
doing it,
You ain't doing
period,
that.
nigga.
You
You
ain't
ain't
doing
doing it
that.
at all, nigga. I know you. I've been knowing you
If-
for 20 years. You not sending the concierge over to a nigga that you said something crazy about on a podcast.
Sending the
Fuck
concierge
that.
is
Fuck
crazy.
him.
Bruh.
Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about Shane Battier,
It's
nigga.
Shane
Fuck
back.
you, nigga.
That line hit at that
Get outta
time
here.
because everybody in the whole world,
Everybody knew
knows-
what he meant. It was
He
a
was
good
lame.
rap line.
and it made sense. Even that's why
Yeah.
Shane
like-
Battier didn't get mad. He knew.
Bro, one thing, the only thing that I respect about this is because it adds up to him bowing out of the beef. Like this makes sense for J. Cole. Like the fact that you were thinking about offending Shane Battier, that's insane to me. But it makes sense for J. Cole. I would never fucking do it. Fuck Shane Battier. I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. First of all, you went to Duke. Second of all, he was right in the line, nigga. I don't care, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you mad. Like he would have had to come up to me and be like, bro, hey, man, I ain't really like that line. Then I may have apologized. I may have been like, hey, you know, you're right. I went too hard on you. You cool. But sending a nigga over to you and being like, hey, J. Cole want to apologize, man, suck my dick, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's go to On
The-
Decker of the Week. Speaking of the Cole podcast, shout out to Numbers the GOAT. He said, yo, the Cole pod is flames, but next time I need a spoiler alert before sharing details, man. You fucking with my listening experience, big dog. LOL.
Damn.
Absolutely. We didn't talk about none. We was talking about before we got on. Okay, good. We didn't spoil none on this episode.
Yeah, we ain't supporting new shit.
Also, shout out to
real quick question on that before. Did you hear the story? I know you back to eating meat now. Pause. Did you hear the story where he you hear the story where he told
God damn.
That's more. Nah, Lou, you gotta. Hey, don't even ask the question when we get off air. Nah, you
because
set
J.
it up
Cole
crazy, bro.
J.
set it
Cole
up-
said that he taught Jay-Z not to eat or the steak well done.
Man, that part right there was so
found
funny,
out.
dude.
That's amazing to me. That's mind blowing to me.
Spoiler.
Jay-Z orders.
Jay-Z ordering well done steak.
Spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't want their listening experience. But
That's
real
fucking-
quick, 15 seconds. He said he met Jay at a spot and Jay ordered a steak well done. And Cole
That's
was like,
crazy.
Cole was like, he said, you eat it well done? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, we ain't done that since since high school, bro.
This is
And
8th grade, nigga.
But
What?
look, he told him the way to do it though. It was something I hadn't heard of though. It was like medium, like it was
Medium
medium.
well.
Medium rare.
No, medium. It's medium well.
It wasn't that. That's what I'm saying. It was like medium something. I had never heard of it before. I was like, oh shit, I ain't heard of it. But the funny thing is, though, he said Jay hit him a couple days later. Was like, hey, how'd you tell me to order that steak, bro? He hit him
That's
up later.
crazy. And think about how old Jay was when he met Cole.
Exactly.
With all of
That
that
nigga
money
said-
ordering well done steak. That's
And they said, man, how you
Hey,
do it? He said, how you order it again, bro? I was like, yo, that's funny
Bruh.
as fuck.
Jay-Z
That's crazy.
eat like a damn Neanderthal. That's what it shows.
Well done steak, nigga, dead at them days, nigga.
Hey,
after
well
high
done
school.
steak is crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
you well done steak. I gotta stop that shit, bro.
You get that out of you by college. Once you hit
You
college,
got
At
to,
max.
yeah.
Real quick,
Got
shout out
to.
to Daryl02255. Thanks for breaking down the Drake lawsuit. AB, it makes sense now. We're seeing the light. Thank you, Daryl. We're all seeing the light. Drake's about to be a trillionaire, nigga, after he sues UMG. I appreciate that. Y'all think it's about Kendrick. It's not. We don't think about Lil Dude.
He more likely to get a trill burger than get a trillionaire
Facts.
from that lawsuit, boy.
That's what he gonna get.
Shout out Maurice Hunt. Maurice Hunt, my bad, 297. Been a while,
out Mo, man.
but yeah, that's my guy. Been a while, but here's some top hip hop beats that come to mind. Of course, Mobb Deep Shook Ones Part 2 was named the best beat of all time. He said, I got Mystical, Here I Go, Big, Dead Wrong, Drake, California Love, any Kanye beat from College Dropout era. Can I Get Her from Jay-Z and Notorious Thugs?
Notorious
I love that
Thugs is
Notorious
good.
Thugs beat, though. I ain't gonna lie. That motherfucker,
That's really good.
that's the shit.
Yeah, that's really good. Shout out Mo, man.
Absolutely. Put on, man. Put me on something. Lou, what you got?
My put on, man, I did a friends and family release, so that y'all see the hat that I'm wearing, Spike hats. Click on that link. If I sent it to you, grab a hat, hoodie, t-shirt, read the message that goes with it. If I didn't send it to you, send me an Instagram, DM, or whatever it may be, and I'll send you the link, let you to order a couple of things that we have on the site there, man. But check that out.
Absolutely, man. Make sure y'all cop. Nick, what you got?
I randomly this is an artist that I've been growing to like a lot. Shmino just dropped a project, maybe in Nirvana. I liked his last project, Love for Rent.
That was
if
banging.
if anybody is Shmino fan, it's not as I'll be honest, it's not as good as Love for Rent, but I've been listening to his stuff and I'm starting to like him more as an artist. So I would recommend that project to people to listen to.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna go some music too. This is gonna, y'all not gonna believe this, but just hear me out. For all my people who like to listen to something while they're working, I like to listen to music while I work, but I don't like to listen to music that I know the words to, because it may distract me if I'm trying to write some shit. So I try to pick other genres of music that I don't know. Hear me out. Japanese disco is the perfect music for when you zoning out, trying to lock in and get some work done. Specifically, Kamiko Kasai. Take my word for it. It's a vibe.
I'm gonna have to.
The project is Tokyo Special. Japanese disco. It's a super vibe. It's perfect for having in the background when you locking in and get some work done. I promise you.
Interesting. Ironically, somebody
on.
mentioned that Smino to me today, Nick, and that Hop Out Your Feeling single. That's fire. So I can add that to my put on. So that Hop Out Your Feeling single. I love that.
Y'all tap into that Drake. I mean, that Snoop come out Friday
disco.
too.
The what?
That Snoop and Dr. Dre come out Friday.
I thought it already came out. The Missionary.
Nah, it ain't out yet.
Did y'all watch the Drink Champs episode? Well, I know you don't watch it, AB. Lou, did you?
Who was on Drink Champs? Snoop or Dre?
Both. They both on there.
Oh, really? No, I ain't seen that.
They did it for. I think they did it for.
Watch it.
They did it for Complex. It was like a Complex Con. I think maybe they did a Drink Champs episode.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch
I'm so mad they bought MJG on Drink Champs because I can't sit through that shit. I really want to hear that.
Somebody sent that to me. Somebody sent that to me too, man. I'm gonna watch that this week because they bought MJG is, like I said, my favorite group, but I'm definitely tapping into that.
Anything else before we get out of here, man?
Hey, that's it, man. We appreciate you guys joining us for the On Deck TV show. Thank you, Nick, for tapping in with us. We always appreciate your perspective, my brother, and all the people that have been listening, or new listeners, old listeners, whatever it may be. We appreciate all of y'all. Rate, subscribe, like, tell a friend, do all of the good stuff to make sure this continues to pop.
Absolutely, man. Nick, appreciate you tapping in as always. Can't wait for the next one. If we don't hear from you before the holiday, man, happy holidays and be safe out there for New Year's and shit, bro.
Yeah, bro, definitely always appreciate to be on. Happy holidays to everybody else out there, and happy New Year's too.
Yes, sir.
There it is, man. We out.
Peace.